Today we're going to focus on My Big Campus, and we're going to access it through the website instead of the app. Now, the app, you still want to make sure you click on it, log in, do all those things, and leave it open so that you can interact with it through other apps. For example, Pages and Notability, like we discussed last week. But for today's purposes, and when you're working in class, the best thing to do is access it through the browser. They're getting ready to come out with a new app, and there'll probably be some bugs, and until those get worked out, I just wouldn't use it for everything. Use the browser. The goal of today is just to give you a brief overview. So first of all, if you look at the activity button on the left-hand side, these are all the people that you follow. Right now, I would recommend following your teachers, your guidance counselors, and your administrators. That way, any important information that they put on My Big Campus, you will see immediately just by clicking on the activity link. The next thing that's important is schoolwork. Your teachers are going to be using this more over the next few years, but some of them will use this every single day now. Some of them will use it once a week. Some will use it once a month. Any important assignments or tests or quizzes, those types of things, they can be put on the My Big Campus. They don't have to be, but they can be. So if your teacher tells you that they've assigned you some schoolwork through My Big Campus, that is where you go. And again, you can take surveys and all those things within My Big Campus. And then your teacher gets instant access to your results or to the homework that you turn in. No longer do you have to worry about handing in a paper unless your teacher asks you to. But it can be all done electronically. Messages is a real simple email that we have set up for you so that you can communicate with your teacher. This is not necessarily a real open email where you can email people outside of the school, or I don't even know that you can communicate with your classmates necessarily. But if you have a question or a concern and you want to send it to me, so a great thing to do is if you have a bullying situation where someone's bullying you, feel free, you can send me the message and it'll let me know who you are, what you're talking about, and those types of things. So this could be a great way for you to communicate with me. Or if you want to set up a meeting with a guidance counselor, you could use this as well. And so it's a good way to get in contact with the people you need to get in contact with when you can't necessarily walk all the way down to the office because you're busy. The next thing that's important is Drive. Drive is where you save all your documents. So last week when I showed you how to upload a Notability or a Pages file, it went into, on the app, it's called Your Stuff still, but the new app it'll be called Drive. So Your Stuff and Drive are essentially the same. Now, the step that I haven't shown you yet, which we'll work on later this week, is once it's in My Big Campus, in the Drive, like right here, you can actually turn it in to the schoolwork assignment that's been given to you. The next thing that's important is the calendar. So if you click on the calendar, as you see across the top of the calendar or in this third week here, your teacher's lesson plans should all show up across the week just like you see them here. So you should have 5 or 6 lines that go all the way across the week. And if you click on those, we've instructed them, I've given them a video on how to put their lesson plans so that you can real easily see if your parents are asking you, if your friends asking you, or if you just really want to know what the lessons are, when things are due. All you got to do is click on that long line that I just showed you, and it should show up right here. So you can always know what the assignments are. And maybe your teacher within the announcements of a group said that there was a change, and you can go there as well. And that takes us to our next phase. Well, before we do that, let's look at calendar again one more time. Any schoolwork can show up within My Big Campus. So you can filter this where you don't want to see your schoolwork, you can click it and take it away or leave it there. So if a teacher assigns something through schoolwork, it can show up on the calendar. But again, they are not required to use schoolwork all the time. We just recommend that it's a nice place for them to go to help you stay organized and keep everyone on the same page. But depending on the class will depend on where the homework should be turned in. If you click on groups, the first thing I want you to do up here in this search is I want you to search for the Daily Bailey. And if you type that in, go ahead and click on that group, the Daily Bailey. And then somewhere over here on the right-hand side of the screen, it should say follow or join. Go ahead, and I'd like every student to join this group, because we're going to create an online community where we can help each other. I can give you resources, and you can participate in the monthly competitions that we will have. Now, if you click on discussions here in the middle, you can see that we have the Daily Bailey logo competition. You guys came up with the name, and everyone kept telling me it after the first week. And so what I'd like you to do is come up with a logo that can maybe be a little bit more original than even this one up here that we have for Hamilton Heights. And so come up with the Daily Bailey logo, and I will select the first 3 winners, and then you guys will vote on, using a survey in My Big Campus, which one you think I should use. And the 3 winners will get in front of the line at lunch free cards, and I will come up with a grand prize for the winner that will make it worth your time. So I would appreciate your work if you use your iPad to come up with some kind of creative logo, and all you do is underneath, if you click on Daily Bailey logo, underneath here you can write a response and add a new photo or file. Add that file and then load it, and your name will be attached to it. Now, your groups are all of your classes, so all of your classes should be there. If you're seeing classes from last year, then have your teachers remove you from those classes. And your coaches and clubs, like any team that you're a part of, all those can have their own groups to help keep you organized. Library, I believe you have the library, and you can go here to find a lot of videos and things like that. YouTube videos are uploaded into My Big Campus, and there are all kinds of topics that you can search for and find. And then finally, you have your profile. So if you want to change your picture, the information about you, all those things, you can go on here and adjust for your profile. If you have any questions, let me know. I look forward to seeing you on My Big Campus, and I will be approving all of you as you join the group. Take care and have a great day.